Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching JOCARE services. And today we're here in Kumi to celebrate the International Day for Persons Living with Disabilities. And today we had the national celebrations here in Kumi municipality. And a lot of things have happened here. We had Her Excellency, the Vice President of Uganda, who was representing His Excellency JOCARE. And you know, in every community we have people living with persons with disabilities, and the major theme today here is to know how we can improve the lives, the families, the households of persons with disabilities. And you've had a lot of dignitaries here who have talked about it. So guys, I really want to thank you for enjoying the day, and that has been JOCARE services trying to showcase you what is happening. And many people with or persons with disabilities have a lot of talent that you have seen them showcasing here, and it really shows you disability is not inability.
Honorable Inyali Sam, representing people with disability near town council.
Yes.
Akira no just name is a part of the national. And I joined the feeling on the Karu, or upon a Tomontare, region by region.
Yes.
What you take out of Jason Barara, Lord Carlo Jason, Epanagino Mucarmone, around the central.
Yes.
And the railway partner, my two are around the Aina Kids, that general, just that joke, that I've done Uganda. You know, supporting a day,
so I apologize for Kironi Malasikeda, Apugano Kono Uganda, supporting Ata.
Supporting at an area in a kino at Grant Monikaru, Nay, and a Kinere, a group of $20 million.
Okay. Second message, Neja, Situnga Lengwala Kingagina.
Na Kota Limon Tunga King and Yesnebe, Ira agent was Mampalu Nakonako, and another Joda Jukisineja, Apugan Neja Siviche Tunga.
If of this should work hard like this man, hello? The youth of Jesu should work hard like this man. They should be hardworking like this man. They should win medals. They should support the seven. They should work and earn money. They should not wait for free money. Let them use PDM money to multiply, not to marry women, not to take ajono, not to buy women. Because I understand a woman now in Soroti City, you can buy a woman at 1,500 with a bed inclusive. So you avoid going for those cheap women. Focus on productivity, focus on work, support the seven. When it's tired, we have a standby generator in place, I told you. And I'm not it with no surrender.
Hearing independence with silence, the sound that never says is up to be high all around. With sign language, we bridge that divide.
Interventions for spinal bifida, access to treatment for hydrocephalus, everything. I believe it's here.
No matter the disability, we all belong. Together we rise, united and strong, innovative.
improved household incomes for the well-being of PWDs. I would like to give talk on what government has done before and now when I am the State Minister of Disability. Yesterday when we came, in the Ministry of Gender, we have categories of the young people, the disabled people, the women, the old people, the workers. But under the leadership of His Excellency, the only group which was taken to Chakwasi, 600 people, was people with disabilities. We take that as a very big appreciation, at least tell His Excellency, we are very happy. One of the young people who was given 1 million in that training, he was from the sort of council of the municipality. He went back and started the project on mushroom growing. He is now supplying mushrooms to different supermarkets in Kisoro, and I thought that was a good mind. I also want to recognize my sister Dorothy. I don't know whether she's around because I've been seeing her. Dorothy from my UK. Dorothy picked the knowledge there, they given a booklet, she started producing chalk. She's not around because I've been seeing it, Kisoro, I see that one. But started producing chalk, she's distributing chalk, dustless chalk, all over Uganda. From the landing from there, and that chalk kind of factory is just behind her house. Very affordable, and her chalk has been liked by many people. She has already registered her chalk, and Mama Minister, I am recommending her to the GROW project so that she can really get money and improve on her business. Your Excellency, when I came as a minister, I told people I will not officiate on days of disability because we shall be talking to ourselves. But I am lucky. In 2021, His Excellency the President was the chief guest when he hosted us in State House. In 2022, Your Excellency, we don't take you for granted, the Vice President. You came to Pole, and again we had a similar function. We clap for Mama.
Kumi district, oh yeah. I learned that in the car as well. Now listen, I have been in Uganda as British High Commission for nearly 2 months now, and I have to say it feels like home already. I've been hugely, hugely impressed by the warmth and the kindness and the welcome that I've received really wherever I've gone, and I think that's quite special. And I'm also particularly impressed by the passion that Ugandans have when it comes to matters of disability inclusion. And we've heard a lot of that, haven't we, already this morning. Now, one of those Ugandans that I had the privilege to meet recently was Betty Cheptuek. Now, she's the Executive Director of Show Abilities Uganda, and this is an umbrella organisation for youth with disabilities. And during my conversation with Betty, I was struck about how passionate she was about creating an environment, an enabling environment for inclusion of disabled youths at all levels of decision making. And I'm really uplifted, just from my time here this morning, to see so many organisations for persons with disabilities that have such eloquent and capable leaders. So congratulations to you all. Now we know that globally 1.3 billion people have a disability. That equates to 16% of the population across the globe. So to those of you that are here with disabilities and you feel alone, you are not, even though it feels that way. And here in Uganda, there's over 5 million living with some form of disability. And you heard this so compellingly from our national chairperson this morning. People with disabilities face more barriers to equal participation in society than those without. They're less likely to have a job or complete education, more likely to experience poverty or poor health outcomes. And they're at greater risk of violence, of stigma, and of discrimination. And I know that many of you here face that day in, day out. And in being here, you're a voice for people that aren't in the room. And I say well done to each and every one of you. But if people with disabilities can participate in their communities, it actually promotes prosperity for all. And you've heard that from our speakers today. Honourable Vice President, Ministers, I was very pleased to hear how Uganda is delivering a special grant for people with disabilities, which has boosted the livelihoods of many, many households. Now, a report from the International Labour Organization, do you know that showed that the global economy loses $1.9 trillion globally from the exclusion of people with disabilities from the economy? So plainly speaking, this is untapped potential. Including everybody is a strategic investment in a country's future. Now, it's estimated that Uganda's GDP could grow to up to 3% if everyone in society was able to participate. So it's not just morally right, it's actually a sensible thing to do as well.
The key conclusion of the report is that the government of Uganda would require an investment of around $900 million across the 18 programs of NDP4 to ensure that people with disabilities can realize their rights. And why this is important for us and for persons with disabilities is because according to global statistics, persons with disability are twice likely to live in poverty compared to their non-disabled peers. I think we heard this morning the chairperson of the National Council citing already some statistics about 75% of people with disability living below the poverty line. Without adequate income, access to healthcare, education, and other critical services becomes even more difficult to shine, and we will perpetuate cycles of inequality and exclusion.
Long ago, people used to think you cannot have a person with disability being an engineer, being a pilot, being a doctor, being a member of parliament, being a minister. But this day is important for us to showcase the talents of persons with disability, the legal and policy framework that has raised the persons with disability, that today makes us feel proud that we have Honorable Sambo as a capable minister in the Ministry of Gender in the government of Uganda. If we do not have such affirmative action, we will not know what persons with disability are capable of. So this day is important. It's an international day recognized by the United Nations, and it is a call to action for us to sit and reflect on what we have done, what remains to be done, the challenges and the achievements.
Thank you very much for appreciating the work of government and the special needs programs, which are specifically geared to empower people with disability. The chairman has also raised challenges, 4 of them, including continuous skilling for people with disability in order to create jobs and wealth, equitable treatment for people with disability in all government programs, and more additional funds to be allocated to programs for people with disability and job placements targeting people with disabilities in all government sectors. I have heard all those 4 points, and I want to assure you, Chairman, that these 4 points will be presented to the highest destination, which is the office of His Excellency the President. And I will work with the Minister of Gender and members of Parliament with disability to ensure that they are followed up and expeditiously handled after the logical conclusion. There are issues which were also raised by the UNFPA. All the issues will be relayed to His Excellency the President. Our newest British High Commissioner to Uganda also raised issues. We shall share them with His Excellency the President.
and you are welcome to Uganda. Thank you very much for coming to serve in our country. Let me now read the message of His Excellency, the President. I would like to congratulate all the persons with disabilities in Uganda for making it to this day. We observe the International Day of Persons with Disabilities to recognize your contribution to the socio-economic transformation of society and evaluate all the strategies aimed at ensuring that you lead dignified lives. The NRM has been at the forefront of championing the interests of persons with disabilities through a number of affirmative actions. We have defeated deep-rooted cultural and social injustices that afflicted special interest groups such as persons with disabilities. Therefore, I would like to reiterate the NRM's commitment to meaningful inclusion of persons with disabilities in all aspects of life. Government will continue to ensure that service delivery institutions and mechanisms such as schools, health facilities, offices, polling stations, police stations, court premises, shopping centers, etc. are fully accessible by all categories of persons with disability. As we continue to address inclusion and rehabilitation needs of persons with disabilities, let us not forget that for preventable conditions, prevention is better than cure. Therefore, I urge all Ugandans to adopt healthy lifestyles, such as strict adherence to antenatal care for expectant mothers, ensuring full immunization of children, responsible living for the youth, etc. These measures can help to mitigate some preventable categories of disabilities. I would like to thank the organizers of this event for choosing a good theme, i.e., improved household income for the well-being of persons with disabilities. The theme is in line with NRM's war against poverty at the household level. Everyone should be mobilized to join the war against poverty. Historically, the NRM has gained the reputation of being the vanguard of change and transformation. We led Ugandans to overthrow oppressive and dictatorial regimes. We revived Uganda's economy and restored democracy and respect for human life and property. We led Ugandans to defeat illiteracy and the killer diseases.